I think this is one of the craziest record store day lists ever, in the best way possible. And when I said I'm gonna go broke, I mean it. I don't think I've had this many items on my list that are like damn near really hard once in so long. I think since the one with the SRC and Gandalf repressings, like I don't have that many that I'd be like, yes, I want this, but this one is just blew up. Today, I'm gonna talk about them. There's some in here that are maybes, like the first one and the last one, and there's maybe one or two in there that are like that. But most of these are like, if I see them, they're going in my collection. And I've already been talking to people. I said I'm at least spending $200 minimum. That's how crazy it is. The first one up that's like a maybe. This is Blue Cheer's album Junk, and like I said, this is a maybe, but it's still really cool. Includes the final live performance of Summertime Blues, and it's on this like blue silver splatter vinyl. Looks pretty neat. Next one, Major Want, I Don't Care. I am going to fight tooth and nail for this. It's David Bowie's Ready, Set, Go, live from the Riverside Studios in 2003. Now, this is being released on CD and 180 gram vinyl, and apparently has a replica poster from the event. If I'm correct, it's like one of the first like live performances of Reality in its like entirety, and it has some record for being like one of the like something with like broadcasting live show. It's something really cool. I forget 100% at the moment, but you can read about it on the Record Store Day info bubble thing. And honestly, I love the Reality album. I think it's one of the most underrated albums of his in like forever. Like everyone says it's weird because of the cover, but it's like the songs in it I feel surpass. Honestly, it surpasses some of the 80s stuff and some of the 90s stuff. Like, it's that damn good. Next up is another one of these oddball ones that I love grabbing. It's from John, I'm hoping I'm saying this right, John Brahney. It's B-R-A-H-E-N-Y. Called Some Kind of Change. It's some sort of rare psych folk album. Originally pressed in 68 on the Records by Pete label. And from what I can find, it's only really been pressed once. So yeah, and it's never been pressed again, so glad to see another rare piece of oddball music come to light. That's what I loved about the Gandalf and SRC pressings from a year or so ago. It's like these odd pieces that, like, I would say it's like the Gandalf one that's more of a known one than SRC, but they're still very niche albums that it's like if you're not digging for them, you would never come across them. So it's like I love seeing this stuff kind of pop up. Now, this one is another maybe, because even though I'm not a super fan of Charlie XCX, I am most likely or possibly going to pick up the guest single. From what it looks like, you'll have to rip open like a sticker seal to get it. It looks like it's going to have like a silver sticker over the opening slot, which is weird, and I think she did that on her album Brat, but whatever, I think it's pretty unique. I like weird like gimmicks like that, and if I choose to keep it, I'm going to take my damn time. I'm going to use safely, like a hairdryer. I'm going to use something to be able to lift that damn seal up and preserve the sticker. Because I don't play around when it comes to my records. Even though the gimmick is to damage it, I don't like to damage it. This one's a pretty unique one, and it's probably one of the first Doors ones I'm going to get in a while. It's the Doors' Strange Days 1967, a work in progress. And it features rough mixes from damn near 60 years ago. That is pretty cool in my opinion. It's on this translucent blue vinyl, and I'm excited to hear what it'll sound like because I love... It's like some people hate them and think they should be lost forever. I love them. I love rough mixes. I love alternative takes of this stuff. I like even if it was like a minute-long snippet of a take. I don't give a damn. A lot of this stuff should be brought to light, and I'm glad it is. So... hell yeah. And then we have another oddball like the John Brahney one. We have Eden's Children with their only self-titled album. It's some sort of crazy psych piece from 68 from a trio being released on frosted green vinyl. Now, I've listened to it here and there. It doesn't sound too bad. This one's most likely a pickup for me. And now we're seeing the first of the Pink Floyd squad. It's a lot of solo stuff, but still cool. It's David and Romani Gilmore's release Between 2 Points. It's a 12-inch single featuring 4 different versions of the song, a live one, an album one, and 2 versions of the Gentry remix on a clear vinyl. Now, while I am not a fan of like really clear vinyl itself, it's better than a picture disc. I'm going to say that 100%. It's better than a picture disc. Anything is better than a picture disc, even a shaped disc. It's better than a picture disc. Now we have Memphis Rap stuff in here, which, when I saw this, it took me by surprise. If you watched the thing, I remember being like shocked about it, because that's very odd, but it has been getting kind of popular in the past years. Like, the whole entire genre has kind of been resurfacing, it seems. But it's still pretty cool. It is the self-titled album from the Gimme Some family. It's GIMISUM, which features Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, and 211 on a clear and silver-colored vinyl, originally from like 1993. That's what it says on Discogs. But it also says, in some cases, 1994. So, I'm gonna say the earlier one, because that's what the cassette thing looks like, but it's 93, 94, something like that. And it seems to be repressed under like a new title in 2020 and 2022, and this will be the first vinyl release of this. Now, there are 2 different Ice-T drops this year, one being Live at the Miles Davis Hall 1995, which I'm gonna pass on because I am not a super fan of a lot of live albums, other than some Bowie stuff, but even his, I kind of eased up on, so it's like, it has to be a very specific one, all that stuff, but whatever. But I am picking up his Power Rarities, which has remixes, extended versions, and instrumentals from the album. Now, this one, I am hoping no one takes it from me this year, because I remember, like, a few years ago, I tried to get the Little Richard record, and someone picked it up, put it back. As soon as I went to grab for it, they grabbed it and went, and I was like, I wanted to punch him. I waited in line at the second store for 3 hours, damn near. Well, no, close to like 2.5. That's the only reason I went to that one. I was already tired. The other store still had good stuff. I was already tired, and I kind of had a little bit of like a sickness, but I was like so happy to get that. I saw it, I went to grab for it, and this one, it's like you gotta go in a line, so you can't just all pile in. And the guy re-picked it up and went to the counter, and I'm like, I'm gonna punch him. So, when I saw the release of this, it's called Try Some of Mine, the Brunswick recordings on a transparent pink vinyl, I have to get this damn thing. And this is originally from 1968, and features like an alternate take of Baby Don't You Tear My Clothes, and obviously the title track, and a lot of other cool little bits and pieces. I'm getting this damn thing, it's cool. Next is another Floyd one. It's the second one I'm getting. I'm not getting the third one, which I will talk about in a second, but this one is Nick Mason's Saucer Full of Secrets, and it's my all-time favorite song, Echoes, live from Germany in 2024. Now, what's even cooler about this is plays in reverse from the inside, and it's like basically like, I think, Jack White did it on one of his albums. But it's like literally you put it at the center and it plays outwards. That's so cool, I gotta get it. Now we have Rage Against the Machine, and they have a new live album from 1993 coming out, and you know how much I love Rage Against the Machine. It is being released on a double LP, but only has 3 sides, with an etching on side 4, and it is an unmixed live recording of pretty much their entire first album. Now, obviously, I said before, I'm not a super fan of some live albums. Them live, when I saw them in 2022, sounded exactly like what you would expect them to sound like. Like, it was damn near studio. And you can tell it wasn't, like, just how they were playing and all that stuff. But the fact that it was that good. Now, here's an oddball that I don't know if I'm gonna get, but I put it on here anyway to talk about it because I think it's cool. It's the Rock-afire Explosion with their album Original Dreams. If you don't know who Rock-afire Explosion is, they're like one of the original mascot animatronic bands alongside Chuck E. Cheese. They were kind of all in that like grouping, if that makes sense. This record features apparently unreleased collection of original songs. So I know the people that like the Showbiz Pizza, the Rock-afire Explosion, I'm guessing a lot of them will be over this one. Now we have the Rolling Stones releasing the US version of Out of Our Heads, mastered from the original first-gen mono master tapes on 180 gram clear vinyl. This one, even though I love the Stones, I love them, if I'm correct, like most of this shelf down here is the Stones actually, going like very far back. But at the same time, I already have both versions and multiples of both versions of Out of Our Heads. So I'm like, do I really need this one? But the fact that it's gonna be mastered from the original mono tapes and all that. There's also two. These are maybes. I like these. This one is a compilation of odd NYC garage punk and rock like bands and all that stuff called Cave Stomp Volume 1, A Torrent of Talent. That's a maybe. I'll have to look it up, see if I can find some of the groups and kind of get an overall view of what I'm going to go into. And then the last one is Joey Valence and Bray with Good Songs by JVB. It's a compilation, obviously, of their best songs across the releases. Now, I do like them. They're pretty neat. Do I like them that much? I don't know. I'll have to see. If it's like 20-something bucks, I'll get it. If it goes into that 30 category, I'll probably pass on it. But that's just how I feel about it. Overall, the Record Store Day list, this is like very promising. And I would highly recommend you to go check it yourself, as I am 99% sure you'll find at least one thing you'll like. And if you like it, let me know what you're getting for Record Store Day down in the comments. Are you participating? Or are you not? What's your favorite and least favorite releases? What do you think they should be releasing in the future? And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.